Anthony Wright Bloody published his book, City of Insomnia. He has copies with him today. Make sure that you speak to him about it. He's the former editor-in-chief of the acclaimed online literary journal called the November 3rd Club. And his work appears in numerous publications, including Dark Horizons, the Los Angeles Review, and Poetry Slam, The Competitive Art of Poetry. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage, Victor D. Infante. Make some noise for Victor,
Dear God Almighty, there's a really amazing energy in this room. Thank you, Mike, for having us. I've completely changed my set. We're gonna I have no idea what I'm doing. Set list, screw it. It's called Waiting for the End of the World. It's 3 a.m. and you're wearing Vegas like a crown. The apocalypse leaves a burnt hair aftertaste. The skyline is on fire. We drank the last of the gasoline with tequila. Ran out of cigarettes on the edge of the desert, so we smoked the apocalypse. It tasted like scorched earth and Vegas. Outside of Baker, we smoked in the shade of the world's largest thermometer. It was a choice between that or the Calico ghost town, and I've got enough of those on my own. My ghosts feel neglected. I offer a bobblehead doll, a snow globe, but they want an apocalypse of their own. It's too late. A motorcycle crash and a shotgun to the head, heroin overdose, a neglected disease, and anyways, the gift shop's closed. The tequila pours through intangible gullets. I kiss you, but I scalded my hand running my fingers through your hair. Your name hits the back of my palate with each gasoline shot. I whisper apocalypse. You exhale ephemeral rings that dissipate into nothing. The tequila turns the ground beneath our feet to mud. The sky above us simply burns. So, first disclaimer, I'm just over a cold and it's done a bit of a number on my voice, so excuse me if I'm a little scratchy. Second disclaimer, we drove in from Worcester, Massachusetts this morning. It's a heck of a drive. We came just for you.
Thank
You. Let's get something else from the book and then we'll do some newer stuff. Leah and I both have copies of our books available. Tonight they're $10 instead of the cover price of $15 because we like you. It's called My Father's Grave, July 5th, 1997. His grave is much smaller than it should be. One gray slab horizontal on the Veterans Field of Pittsburgh Cemetery. It is the day after Independence Day. Last night, we watched the sky explode in celebration as we stood on the side of a freeway overpass under the lights above Three Rivers Stadium. Heard strained bars of God Bless America drift upward toward the heavens, music and explosions, freedom challenging the sky to this. This is past rapture, past the hallelujah chorus of our freedom. Each grave here is uniform in shape and distance from each other, each marked by minuscule flags, small symbols of freedom, all of them lying flat against the manicured grass. I wonder why they do not point towards heaven. Some words are chilling in simplicity. Paul A. Infante, U.S. Marine Corps, 1948 to 1974. I bite my lip and realize that she is squeezing my hand, and then I realize that what's really happening is I am squeezing hers tight, like this will all slide away if I relinquish any grip on it. This is fear of falling. What strikes me most are the words that are not present, like husband and father. No mention of the sound of empty rooms and wind, a woman's ear half cocked to the television news, watching intermittent static, scattered images of fire, melting bone, faces that do not even hope for graves. No mention of release, the ease of melting into familiar arms, feet that no longer fall complacently on familiar streets. No mention that he returned, that he had survived, had a wife and a child, a life that had barely begun to sprout up toward the sun against the memory of jungle and steam, phantom hisses of bullets and blood. No mention of my mother or me. I have seen miracles grow from insignificance. Dust circling in air to small tornadoes. The ocean glowing softly at night. Blue radiance, a mystery of plankton and moon. Bats hung beneath bridges, taking the sky and blotting out the sun. I have seen enough to know this grave has secrets. I have seen enough to know this grave does not give up its dead. 16 was the year when I stopped throwing punches. When I realized the force on my bones equaled the force inflicted by quick-triggered knuckles. When I fell in love with girls whose names I can't recall, whose smiles echoed rib to rib until my chest near exploded. When I bought the story of the Clash and played it on my Sony Walkman until the tape wore thin and snapped. When I first kissed a stranger in the back of someone else's car, red-locked girl with runner's legs and gin on her lips. When I bought a Ferlinghetti book and read it in one sitting. When I lied about not remembering crashing my mother's car, not admitting that I wondered for a moment how the impact would ricochet throughout my body. When my mistakes dyed their hair blue.